why e be say for this world, na man they always first go?
There are so many reasons as to why men tend to die early. The biggest point is societal norms. If the roof has a problem, the house will fall down.
Of course.
That is why men are being put to pressure.
A woman is made out of men. Means a woman they be made with the rib taken from a man. Meaning man begin doesn't suffer from. We fit there for house me and woman now, so that woman they abuse me. But when police come, the first person they are going to put out is the man. The kids goes out. The first person to accuse the man. You discover that men go through hell.
That's true.
Men go through terrible times, tough times.
True.
But then society still they look down on them. If God want punish you, man, may give you a bad woman.
Yes. When you go outside, you're pressured, you come back home, no peace.
You know, like as they usually say, men are breadwinner.
Yeah.
Men are the people that goes out, fight, defend, do whatever thing to protect the family reputation, you know. But after doing all those things, we know that the only resting place of a man is the home. Is his home.
That's true.
The only resting place of a man is his home where he sleeps. But some women have taken upon themselves that, see, no matter how you struggle out there, no matter how you go and fight, you still come here, you still fight me at home. And how do you expect this man to stay long? If you want your man to stay longer, if you want your husband to stay longer, if you want that the father of your kids to stay younger, give them peace at home.
Some men, they don't even eat well. They don't eat healthy food.
If you have a good wife, your life is going to extend to a certain level. You cannot be serving your husband's food after a hard day of work. He has worked his ass out to bring that food on the table, and the next thing you're serving him what he has worked for with comments. How do you expect these men to stay long now? I pray that in the future the society will try to centralize a bit on the men so that kids will not be fatherless. Welcome to yet another beautiful episode of Tori for Quarter. Today's topic is going to be like, have you ever sat and ponder and rethink why men always die early? Like, you don't sit down for some time to be reading, say, but why be say for this world? Now man, they always first go. You don't ever sit down to think about something like that?
Yes,
How?
yes.
What does it tell you?
Like, there are so many reasons as to why men tend to die early. The biggest point is societal norms. You know, the pressure that society has put on men.
Yeah.
You're the one to take care of your family, your wife, your kids, your parents, your siblings.
Okay.
You are the one. You are the breadwinner of the family.
Okay.
You are the head of the family. So everything. If the roof has a problem, the house will fall down.
Of course.
That is why men are being put to pressure. You know, the amount of pressure that is being placed on them is really high.
Okay.
As well as, you know, the work that some men do or men do.
Yeah.
The work that men do will not be that stressed. It will not be really flexible compared to women. Women can take maternity leave. They'll stay at home. A man cannot take maternity leave to stay at home.
Okay, it means men work 24 hours.
You see them keep working.
Without stop.
There's no stop. Women will take their holidays. Men will take holidays. Women will take maternity leave. Men will not.
Okay.
So the men are continuously working. And that working, you know, it deals with the body, your muscles. At some point, you discover that your body becomes weak. You're prone to diseases.
Okay.
It happens. There are so many reasons that, you know, I've sat and thought like, but why? Why could it be like this? Why is it always like this?
Yeah, you know, as we have explained, right? I myself have sat and rethink, and asked God, why? Why is it that men, after all what they do in the society, because first of all, a woman is made out of men. You understand? Means a woman they be made with a rib taken from a man. Meaning man begin to suffer from no be today man begins to suffer. No be today men start go through hell. À l'époque, the Bible tells us that Adam was first of all alone. Before God think and say, oh, Adam, you have been so lonely.
Yes, you need a companion.
You need a companion. You need somebody for come keep you company. Now why that way it be create woman. So it is show say this so men them don't struggle since from à l'époque. But why it can't be say na them the first go before
pressure
other.
The pressure.
I come for notice say this so men showed us a lot.
That's true.
Men takes a lot. They go through a lot. We fit there for house, me and woman now, so that woman they abuse me. But when police come, the first person they are going to put out is the man. We fit there for house, me and you, woman, I dey work my ass out morning, afternoon, evening for put bread for table, for put food for table. But when misunderstanding come, pap the first person they accuse am, na the man.
That's true.
Yes. Same goes to the fact that if we are living, we are building a home, we are taking care of kids and doing whatever, doing business, whatever. Once that business collapse or once the kids goes out, the first person to accuse the man. You discover that men go through hell.
That's true.
Men go through terrible time, tough times.
True.
But then society still they look down on them. Society, they encourage them, but still they give preferences for women. Women try to always encourage your men. Yeah, because you might see these men smiling. You might see these men go out and bring food for you to eat. At times you even ask, honey or sweetheart, how was it today? The man will just tell you everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
They are built. You understand? They are molded in such a way that they take pressure, but at the tail end, they still put a smiling face.
It's the way society has made them. Society has made it in such a way that men are supposed to be strong.
Yeah.
So,
but why is it that these men that are strong, situation wants to come in? First of all, it's the man that they will accuse. It is the man that will go down for everything. It is the man that will, they will penalize the more.
Because they always say, the women are always, the vulnerable section.
And those women, they have taken it upon themselves to abuse everything now. Because women knows that, okay, because of this, I have rights, I have to do this, the society protects me more than the man. They tend to do what? Terrible things. And men cannot even complain because when you complain, society will first of all look at you, maybe you're weak, or maybe you're not strong, you cannot withstand a woman, or blah blah blah. All those things really brings down a man.
That's true. Yeah. The way they just make it in it's just like men are supposed to be strong, they're not supposed to show that they are weak, they're not supposed to cry. Men are just supposed to be, hardcore.
Yeah.
In such a way that they cannot even, if they have any problem, they cannot voice it out.
Yeah.
If I voice it out, I'll look like I'm a weak man.
Yeah, I'm becoming feminine.
So they keep the pressure, and it's like a bomb. When it keeps sticking inside,
when you keep
accumulating, at some point it's going to explode.
Exactly.
So men, the society has made in such a way that men, if you are not strong, then you are less of a man.
That's
if you don't
dangerous.
know how to withstand pressure, you're less of a man. That's just it. So society has built, made it such a way that men, they shoulder a lot, they keep a lot, and men too don't have a lot of friends.
Exactly.
They don't have a lot of friends where they can express. Like for ladies, we have a lot of friends that if you have something that's disturbing you, you can discuss. You can discuss with them. But men, they don't really keep a lot. They don't keep a lot of friends. So all that pressure, you have no one to talk to. You keep accumulating it in you. You discover that maybe your health starts getting at risk. As you are keeping it, you're keeping in anger, the pressure from work. Maybe you go you go to work, you get pressure, you come back, you accumulate
pressure.
it, you keep accumulating.
Now, we have seen that the most important reason why men go early, we have seen societal pressure.
Yes.
You understand? And the second comes the home. I've said this here that if a man or if God wants to punish a man, is to give that man a bad woman, is to give that man a bad wife. I mean, if God wants to punish you, man, may give you a bad woman.
Yes. When you go outside, you're pressured, you come back home, no peace.
You know, like as they usually say, men are breadwinner.
Yeah.
Men are the people that goes out, fight, defend, do whatever thing to protect the family reputation, you know. But after doing all those things, we know that the only resting place of a man is the home. Is his home.
That's true.
The only resting place of a man is his home where he sleeps. But some women have taken upon themselves that, see, no matter how you struggle out there, no matter how you go and fight, you still come here, you still fight me at home. And how do you expect this man to stay long?
That's true.
You see, how do you expect these men to stay long after they have fought outside, defend everything, fight to bring things, fight to build the family, fight to shoulder the family problem, solve whatever problem within the surroundings that can harm the family or whatever, but still they come home, they cannot have peace, they cannot sleep. Their women keep bringing them problem, and you expect this same man to live long. How possible? If you want your man to stay longer, if you want your husband to stay longer, if you want that your father of yours, the father of your kids to stay younger, give them peace at home. Because these men go through a lot when they go out there.
Yeah.
These men go through a lot in their family homes. At times, the women, you don't know. There are things there are problems that goes into the family that the man will just take upon himself to keep that. My wife should not know this.
If not, she'll be pressured.
Even if not, she'll go through, she'll start thinking she'll be pressured or whatever, you understand? Yeah. So we are begging on the women that, see, women, take time to console your man. Take time to make your home a peaceful place. Take time to make your home a comfortable place where after that man has gone out,
he can come back and rest.
Do whatever thing he has done, comes back, he can sleep and rest.
That's true.
When you do that, you see that you're adding your husband or your man's lifespan. That is what I think personally.
Yeah, that's true. You have a point.
Yeah. That is what I think personally. So this does not even go only to girls. We are talking about our mothers. Our mothers should also give our father peace. Yeah, because I've been thinking, why is it that men always die early?
It's just the pressure, to meet up with so many things, Okay, let's take, in the case where like the man is the first son, the amount of pressure that is being laid on him
it's too much.
It's too much. Like, you have to do this, as the first son, as my first child, you have to make sure I do this. You have to take care of your siblings. You have to take care of your own family. You have to do that. It's so much. That's why you start seeing some men, after just that pressure, they start getting into, different things like alcohol. They start
all those stuff.
They start living a kind of careless lifestyle. They don't take care of their health. And there are sometimes that some men, they don't even eat well. They don't eat healthy food in such a way they just want to, okay, if I work 10,000, let me send 9,000 back home. They're left with 1,000. You start seeing them eating food, eating just junk food. They don't even care about their health so long as they are eating, so long as they are comfortable. Everybody's comfortable without thinking about themselves.
Yeah, this boils down to the same point that if you have a good wife, your life is going to extend to a certain level. Because we still have men in relationship. We still have men in marriage that still eat outside. They still go outside and buy food. They'll preferably go and eat outside than to come and eat in their home, because there are some women that will serve their man food and that food is being served to the man with comments. You cannot be serving your husband's food after a hard day of work. He has worked his ass out to bring that food on the table, and the next thing you're serving him what he has worked for with comments. You're giving food to him. Go and take water. That is, how do we expect these men to stay long now? No, there are things that we really need to discuss. And I pray that in the future, the society will try to centralize a bit on the men so that kids will not be fatherless. Because when men go early, when this husband, they go early,
yes,
it renders some kids fatherless. And, these women should also understand and try to make these men live longer by making his home comfortable and livable. That's what I personally think. I don't know what you think. And
I feel like, society, like you said, society should really try to shift towards the men too. The men are really going through a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, we should find time to appreciate. Find time, to show gratitude.
Yeah.
And also, I wouldn't blame them because, the way things are, they are supposed to be strong. But it's okay. It's okay to be weak. That's what I just have to say. There are you should not just keep all the pressure within. While you're keeping the pressure, you discover at some point, men also have high blood.
Yeah.
They develop high blood pressure. Their eating habits are not always, like I said, the eating habits because they care more about taking care of the other people, their family, their wife, their kids, their parents, their siblings, forgetting about themselves.
That's also important.
They are working every day. 247, they are working. And the job that they'll give to a man is not the same job they'll give to a woman.
Exactly.
The men always deal with manual labor, like hard labor. They use their hands a lot. They use their muscles. But for a lady, you cannot expect that a man will be lifting things, a woman will also be lifting that same weight. It's not possible. So all those things, men should always take care of their health. I don't know. But women too, we too also play, we play a great role.
Anyway, we are going to continue this topic again another time. Guys, what are your thoughts? We have seen this happen recently, and I know nobody have bothered to ask, but today I'm just like, I'm just curious to why men always die early or why men go early. I've been thinking about this and I said, okay, let me come and discuss it again today. Now tell me, what do you think can be the problem? Why is it that men go early? Some people will say it is because maybe men, they smokes a lot, some drinks. Some of them maybe because of the pressure, the society, the ones who go and involve in one or two things at the tail end, they cannot pay for the consequences.
Yes.
So guys, what are your thoughts? What do you think can be the reason why men go early? If you have something better than what we have discussed today, we'll gladly like to read from you. Please make use of the comment section and don't forget to support us by liking, commenting, and sharing these videos. Please, please, please. Till then, we'll see you again in another episode.